Only in the United States of America do the people own the resources.
Yep.
And it's because people get blown up so we can.
Yeah, that's right.
I love tyrants and dictators when they're blown up.
From humble beginnings as the son of a strict Army Staff Sergeant father to dropping out of high school to become a rock and roll icon, beginning with more than 300 shows a year back in 1967, his new show on the Outdoor Channel is aptly named Spirit of the Wild for the man who personifies someone who speaks his mind and then will challenge anyone who doesn't like it. He is in the minds of many just what the doctor ordered. Now you know what my first album was. Let's welcome Ted Nugent into MidPoint. How's things in the world of the Motor City Madman, Ted?
Ed, my American dream glows so vibrantly I might squirt through the phone and stain the entire listening audience. God bless America.
Yeah, let's not do that. That would be awfully messy. I mean, the paper towels we'd need would be horrible.
Well, you need more than that. I'd recommend an Olympic-sized down-filled comforter with a couple of large friends of mine with Louisville Sluggers to ram it elsewhere. My point being is that I'm here to share my effervescence because I'm addicted to truth, logic, common sense, and the American way. Ed, thanks for having me on.
Okay, then let's start with Spirit of the Wild. It's coming up on the Outdoor. Actually, it is on the Outdoor Channel right now. What is it that sets Spirit of the Wild apart from every other show that means Americans left, right, no matter, must watch this show?
Me.
That pretty much says it right there. I think that catches it. Yeah.
You know, I started Spirit of the Wild. Well, actually, I was born into the Spirit of the Wild. I was raised in a hunting, fishing, trapping, outdoor, conservation, aim small, miss small, discipline, dare I say, discipline-loving family. And I've always hunted. I've never missed a deer season since 1949. Before I was 1 year old, I was 10 months old in the Ogumwa State Forest in Michigan with my dad and his bow and arrow. And it's a spiritual upheaval for me. It's the physics of spirituality where my spirit connects with God's creation. I participate as a reasoning predator and provide pure, natural, organic venison for my family and literally thousands of Americans and military heroes over in Afghanistan with my trusty bow and arrow. So what we do on Spirit of the Wild represents what I just said. It's honest, it's raw, it's primal, it's truth, it's logic, it's science, it's perfect. Hunting is perfect, and I have the backstraps to prove it.
Okay, now, I'm not going to argue with you about hunting because my family did that as well. I did not. You know, I was raised in the city along these lines. However, I got to ask you something because you once said, and correct me if I'm wrong, you once said that when you go out hunting, you will only hunt and you will hunt then for what you can feed your family with, correct?
Well, to the largest degree, because there are predators that we don't eat. We don't eat bobcats, though some of my friends do. We don't eat coyotes, and I got to tell you, some of my friends do. But you have to balance the predator population and utilize their precious resources as well. We use the teeth, the fangs, the claws, the skull, their precious hides. I give away varmint hides to all my family and friends and bandmates.
Yeah, but Ted, did you have to shoot a mountain lion?
I absolutely have to shoot a mountain lion.
Why did you have to kill the mountain lion, Ted? It wasn't hurting you.
When was the last time sushi hurt you? My point being, you don't use that silliness for a determining factor for balance and biodiversity. If you and you don't, but I do, thank God, and so do tens of thousands of Americans. We harvest surplus mountain lions every year because where we're not allowed to, California, your tax dollars go to pay government shooters to kill the mountain lions and not use the hide, not use the meat, not use the skull or the claws or the sinew, not pay for licenses and fees and permits and guides and outfitters and hotels and food and lodging and travel, not to utilize this precious resource where we're not allowed to kill them as we the people owners of our resources.
Now, did you utilize the mountain lion, though? I mean, did you eat the mountain lion?
Ed.
I'm checking. That's all I'm checking,
Ed.
brother. Yes,
baby.
Ted.
You can't. Now, I know that's rhetorical, and I will answer accordingly.
Please.
Of course I did. I have mountain lions mounted. We use the meat. The meat in a mountain lion, that's the other white meat at the Nugent Ranch. Of course we utilize them. We wouldn't get up so early, follow those incredible hounds up and down the mountains, nearly killing ourselves to save livestock, save tax dollars, save mule deer, save wildlife, save the environment by harvesting surplus mountain lions if we didn't use it.
Okay.
Ed Booby.
I got a couple of minutes here, and I want to make sure we get this in here, Ted, because I've always wanted to ask you this for a long time now, because, Ted, let's be honest here. There are people out there in America who think that you are just bat spit crazy.
Sure, and they have a president. Yeah, because I'm.
But you do realize you go over the edge.
Honest.
You go over the edge a little bit every now and then, don't you,
Well,
Ted?
nowadays I think logic is over the edge. Nowadays the truth is over the edge. Brian Williams, Barack Obama, you can keep your doctor. Period. Come on, the truth is outrageous nowadays in this goofy planet of the apes, America.
Is that just it, Ted? Is it that people just don't understand you? Is that maybe it?
No, I got to tell you, I'm a gregarious guy, Ed.
That I can tell.
Since I got on the phone with you here, I've made nothing but perfect sense because I stick to logic and truth and science and reality.
But there are some people, though, who do come after you because they claim that you attack people and you use language, you call the president certain things, you use comparisons, and they'll say that it's just not logical, Ted.
Saul Alinsky has a gang of punks out there, an entire army that monitors everything that I do. And they literally will put quotes around words that never came out of my mouth, Ed. I mean, just check out the vile, hateful, lying campaign of Wendy Davis for governor here in Texas before we kicked her ass royal. We had to wear rubber boots, obviously. Her entire campaign was attacking and lying about me, calling me a draft dodger. I'm not. Calling me a racist. I'm not. Calling me a pedophile, Ed. I'm not. You look at what the left does. Just look at the hands up, don't shoot. What bend over, don't spank. I mean, pick a fantasy, pick a lie, and cling to it. I could go on and on for about 150 days without taking a breath and give you examples of how the media, how the government lies through their teeth, and I couldn't be more proud.
Well, then I tell you what,
Ted,
Ted,
like they do.
Unfortunately, we're out of time, so why don't you come on a little more often then, and we'll give you that opportunity, and you and I will challenge each other, and we'll go back and forth on this. How's that?
I'm ready to rock, Doc. Anytime you want, Ed. My pleasure.
Anytime you are on, and I'm going to call you on this one right here because. If I got the Motor City Madman here, I'm gonna make some comments.
I'll tell you what, Ed, call Linda right away. I'd be glad to do it because the hunting season is almost over. I'm just sharpening arrows right now.
I can, something, Ted. There's a part of me that can see you sharpening arrows right now as
yes,
we speak.
Indeed. My shafts are very, very pointy.
Yes, I'm sure they are, and the arrows too. Spirit of the Wild now on the Outdoor Channel, Tuesdays 3:30 Eastern Time, 8:30 Eastern, Sundays at midnight. Ted Nugent, thanks so much for joining us, partner. We will talk to you again real soon.
God bless my Newsmax blood brothers.
All right, brother, take care. Breaking, we're back with a tale of toys and big dollars, and rock your way out.